What's poppin', everybody? This is Dubwool and I'm gonna show you guys an updated build for my Dubwool v Porygon Z deck today. So this strategy is made possible by this Porygon Z from Unbroken Bonds. It's gonna rotate out, which sort of made me want to revisit this deck again. It's a cool strategy, cool little deck, made possible thanks to this Pokemon. And we won't have too long to use it as it's gonna rotate. So it's a stage 2 energy acceleration Pokemon, attaches many energies from your hand. But what makes this guy unique is that you can attach special energies, any special energy, as opposed to a basic type of energy. So usually this card, if it's seen use, I see it being used with Salamence VMAX, and I guess Cramorant VMAX now. You flip a bunch of coins, get one-hit KOs potentially. But I sort of use it with this Dubwool V. And Dubwool V is an amazing Pokemon with soft wool. It lets us tank. It'll take at least one big hit usually. You need to do like 240 damage to get a one-hit KO on this guy if you don't negate its ability. And Revenge Blast is very good once your opponent has taken a few prizes. You really do some really high damage. So early game, it's not going to let us get one-hit KOs usually, as it just starts with 120 damage. But since it's usually going to be able to take a hit, I can two-shot, like two-hit KO things. And late game, of course, you can't get one-hit KOs in a lot of Pokemon, since the damage increases drastically, 30 for each prize card. So this is basically the plan of this deck. Very simple strategy, energy acceleration strategy with this guy. Now, Porygon Z, we run 3. It's the energy acceleration Pokemon. Main thing you want to get out. You guys know how it is. I've got the Porygon from Unbroken Bonds, draw a card, 60 HP. I think there might be some other ones now, but I might be wrong. And for the Porygon 2, I like this one that lets you draw 2 cards, 80 HP. A pretty simple option, I guess, if it comes up. I think there's another one, another Porygon that lets you flip coins and get energies or something. But I think it has 50 HP, and I think I prefer this one. Let's just draw a card. So yeah, this is the line, the main attacker. It's Dubwool V, 2 of this guy. I've got one Cramorant V for the sniper of the deck. With Spit Shot, no VMAX. This is just here as a sniper, but it's still a very good Pokemon, the regular Cramorant V. And Beak Catch can also come up. And for other Pokemon, I have a bunch of regular attacker techs, namely the Tornadus, nice little Pokemon, Jet Draft, do 30 for 1, and then you discard a special energy. You can do Air Slash too. And mainly this guy is here as a counter to this Eye-to-Eye and I guess Altaria, the wall Pokemon that's going to block our V Pokemon. If they show up, we can use this guy. Even if they don't, the sort of an early attack that discards special energies is very useful. It can come up. So it's a good little 120 basic Pokemon. And then I've got this Snorlax too with Lazy Eating. It's a big, regular basic Pokemon, 150 HP. That's going to heal itself in between turns. So it's really good if they can't really KO it. And if they do spread, it's good against that. But I have it sort of as a tech against Tag Team GXs. I guess something to hit Arceus if it comes up. It could be good. It does 60 damage for 3, which is bad, but if you hit a Tag Team GX Pokemon, it does 180 for 3, which is very impressive. So this usually we're probably going to discard or just keep it on the bench, but if my opponent is using a lot of Tag Team GX Pokemon, or if they're using like an Arceus Zacian deck, it could come up. So it's a nice little alternative attacker. Plus, it's another thing that can hit this Eye-to-Eye, I guess, and it's really gonna survive. I mean, they can't kill it no matter what with 150 HP. And we also get to heal. So if they do spread on it while it's on the bench, it's sort of gonna negate that damage. So that's cool. So I decided to have it. And if you attach like one of the powerful colorless energy, you do 80 for 3. So even against the side eye is a 2-hit KO. Anyway, the rest is gonna be a support Pokemon. I've got the regular Snorlax here with Gormandize. If we open with this guy, we can draw until we have 7 and the turn. Help me set up, as in the beginning, this deck doesn't attack. It's an energy acceleration deck. You want to get your main strategy guy out, and then you do stuff. So that's how it goes. Snorlax is going to help with that. And of course, we have for additional consistency the Dedenne GX2. I do not have Crobat V still. If you have Crobat V, you might want to run it in this deck. You might want to run both this and Dedenne. But Dedenne, for as long as we have it around, it's going to be a very good card, of course. Still, discard and draw, also from Unbroken Bonds. And I have one of these here. And then I've got one Eldegoss V for the Happy Match ability. Via Seeker on foot, I like having this sort of effect around since we don't have Via Seeker in standard. So it's a good card too. And worst comes to worst, we can actually put a bunch of energies on it, use float up, and then it goes back in the deck too. Since I have that energy acceleration with Porygon Z, we can make it possible. So these are all the Pokemon. Oh, and Mew. Forgot about Mew. It's here because of bench barrier. That's it. But very simple Pokemon line. You just get your Porygon Z out, attach energies on Dubwool V and Cramrat mostly, and then launch powerful attacks. This guy is usually going to be able to take a hit, and then it's good. And as your opponent gets more prizes, this guy does more damage. So this is basically the strategy. Pretty straightforward. Now for my trainer Skeleton, we run a bunch of standard stuff. I've got the 4 quick ball to search our Pokemon, and then the new addition, we have 1 level ball from the Battle Style set. This is a really good card to add here, 1 copy, as it's another way for me to search Porygon, and then I don't have to waste like a quick ball that I was going to use to search like an attacker or something. So the additional level ball, like an additional search ball, is good, and it can get us the small Pokemon and also get us Porygon too. I've got the rare candies, 4 of these, which are pretty self-explanatory too. You need to run them for Porygon Z, and then the evolution incense to search out the evolution, Porygon Z, or even Porygon 2 if it will come up. So that's there as well. And then some standard stuff like the Pokegear, search, add a supporter can help you out, and the Judge Whistle 2, one of these here just for additional speed. It's going to help, you know. We don't have many of the great options in Expanded, so you gotta use cards like that if you want to be a bit speedier. I got the double switching cards are good. Got the Ordinary Rod for a little bit of recovery into the deck. We can't use it, unfortunately, to recover energies because they have to be basic, of course. Otherwise, this card would have been broken. But it's still a good card to recover your Pokemon. Like if you need a third Dubwool V or a third attacker, just a third of any Pokemon, and you just recover 2 Pokemon to the deck, it's a good card still, even if we can't grab energies. And I got the 1 tool scrapper, a bit of a tool removal can be handy. And then I've got 1 tool as well, Giant Cape, or not Giant Cape, the Cape of Toughness. I always confuse those 2 cards, but this card makes the most sense to me in this deck, like if we're going to run a tool, as it just works so nicely with Dubwool V. Makes this guy an even bigger tank. At this point, it's like he's like a tag team GX that's going to give 2 prizes. So it's too good to pass up. You could take out the whistle, I guess, and add a second one or another tool. Or you could just tech out the deck a bit differently if you want to, but I like my tool scrapper, I like my switches, I like the cards that I have them like this. And the Judge Whistle, you know, you might just draw a card and you reveal the supporter that you need. So I like to have these cards in. I used to have more Judge Whistles, but took some stuff out and I put the level ball in. So it's much more consistent. But yeah, you guys get the idea, hopefully. And now onto the supporters. Pretty simple stuff around the triple Professor Research Magnolia. I mean, if you have Juniper, it's the same thing. I wish I had Juniper too. It's called Professor Research, but it's Juniper in the artwork. 3 of these, dump and draw, important. Marnie, also very important. 3 of these. It's decent draw and disruption as well, and that's good. Double Eragus Hospitality. This can kind of conflict with Snorlax, I guess, and with some other cards, but it's just we really don't have a lot of great supporters in Standard that I dig. I really just miss the straightforward Cynthia. We don't have that. So this is why you gotta run stuff like Erica if you're not gonna run like the Tag Call engine and other stuff. And we're actually gonna be losing a lot of these cards too. This is another card that we're gonna lose, and that sucks. Double Skyla, another supporter that I dig. Usually run one or two in my decks. It's gonna help us get rare candy or any other crucial trainer item, so that's good. And then I got the one boss's orders to win you games, and I guess recycle it with Eldegas V if we need to, if we use a second one, or if we dump it and we just want to use it once. Stadium of choice, before I forget, is the Chaotic Swell. There's not really any stadium that's going to really benefit me to run in this deck, so Chaotic Swell makes the most sense. Run two, but you can do one and then put something else once again. But counter stadium, two is a good enough number. This way I don't have to worry about my opponent's stadiums for sure. So that's it. And then the special energies, this is where you can get really creative and you have a lot of options. Mainly, of course, all of the special energies, they provide colorless, so this is why Porygon Z is usually used with colorless Pokemon. It's the best way to make use of it. It's standard anyway. But yeah, we definitely want to max out the powerful colorless energy because this gives us a boost. It's just too good to pass up. And with this, even if your opponent has taken like one or two prizes, if you have a few of those powerful colorless energies on this guy, you can still get significant one-hit knockouts. It all depends on what you have. So powerful colorless energy, too good, you max it out. I like to also max out the capture energy because this lets us search Pokemon early in the game. That's good. Now I guess maybe when we get the lucky energy, maybe I would take a few of these out, but I mean by that time, I don't know. I think, yeah, the cards won't rotate out yet when lucky energy comes out. But maybe for capture energy, you can drop one now that we have level ball and then put something else. But I don't have like a second recycle energy anyway, so that's why I do 4 of these. And it's going to help us get the basic Pokemon early. So get an additional Porygon, get your first Porygon, get other attackers out. It's really good. Then I've got the draw energy. This helps out the deck a lot as well because it provides energy and it also lets you draw a card. So it's a consistency card too. So that's good. 3 of this. And then I do 1 weakness guard energy to eliminate our weakness. Colorless Pokemon being weak to fighting can be troublesome. Not so much right now like it was before in the past, but you never know. So, I mean, Urshifu V, the Urshifu guys are kind of popular actually, so scratch what I said. It's good to have this. It's going to negate your weakness against them. So that's good. And then the 1 recycle energy, this is really good because it basically replaces itself. If it gets discarded from play, you can put it into your hand. So if you want to retreat, you're not going to lose this energy, you get it back. If you discard it with Crammer V, you get it back. If they discard it with Crush and Hammer, you get it back. So it's really, really good. I wouldn't want to run too many because there's a lot of competition with stuff like powerful colorless energy and the draw energy and capture. I like these cards too. So it's not just because I only have 1, but I would like to run at least maybe 2. If we don't run more than that, at least 2. But I only have 1, so I guess it becomes the 4th capture energy. Okay. And this is basically the deck, guys. A few updates, a few different cards since the last build. I don't remember exactly when I showed the last build. I'm pretty sure this is the second update, or like the first update. I've only showed 1 Porygon Z deck profile on the channel. But it's a really cool deck. I actually really like it, and I want to use it a bit more. I enjoyed my time when I used it. It's really nice. And hopefully we get some good matches before it rotates out. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys on the matches. Saber Final 4, we say